In today's episode, we are covering one of my favorite topics, containers and container security. Without further ado, let's dive right into the topic. So what are containers? Containers are lightweight standalone executable packages or software packages that includes everything that we need to run our application. So that means this includes the code, the runtime, libraries, and all the other system tools that we need. I always like to give this analogy of a traveler and say, think of your home, which typically is like your operating system or server that has everything that you typically will use and run and so forth. Sometimes there are things that you don't even need. Like it's not every day that you will use your blender in the kitchen, but in some days you'll need it. So containers work in this way where I say you think of yourself as the traveler. When you travel, you only grab the things that you need. So it might be your toothbrush. It might be a pair of jeans that you need. It might be a pair of sunglasses because you're going to somewhere tropical, so forth. So containers are basically you grabbing the things that you need only for that particular thing to work. So those means like, so that means the libraries, the code and all the other things that you need to make this application work. That said, containers originated from Linux chroot. We will talk about this briefly in the next slide. And what I'm going to do is just kind of walk through the Linux file structure just to explain what the Linux chroot works and how that evolved into the Linux containers and then eventually getting popularized by Docker. And today we see people running Kubernetes as one of the biggest ones that is out there. And we'll cover all these as we kind of go through this. So that said, at the simplest level, containers provide a way of creating this isolated environment that we call a sandbox where applications and their dependencies can live. So just like I said, as a traveler, you carry everything you need only in say your carry-on baggage or your check baggage for just that purpose of that travel. I put it that way as you call it. So I did mention Linux chroot. So Linux chroot, as we can, let's backtrack a little bit and talk about Linux. So Linux in general, one of the things that we typically are concerned about is file systems, and how they work. So in your typical Linux directories, you have your root directory, then you have your bin, etc, home, and user folders. In Linux chroot, you ideally are creating this fake root environment where you have the same kinds of files, the bin directories, etc, home, user, and so forth. The only difference is that in this environment, you can think of it as a jail where you can never escape